Hi, welcome back to the House of Floss and Fluff. My name is Carrie. Thank you guys for joining me for my 8th Flosstube video. Today is Wednesday, October 25th, and I think I'm on like take number 25 of this video. I don't know what it is, but this one is being a pain. But anyway, I've got a lot to show you guys, so yeah, we're gonna power through. So first, I just want to take a quick second and say a huge thank you to everyone that has subscribed to my channel, commented, given me a thumbs up. Thank you guys. It's so much fun to see you guys liking my videos. I really, really appreciate it. And real quick, I had one quick question from a couple videos ago, and I'm sorry, I didn't write down the name. I apologize. But the question related to my hand-dyed fabrics. And basically how I wash them when I'm done with my cross stitch, and if they're color fast. I do try to do everything to make sure that my fabrics are color fast, but I don't trust them to be color fast, I'll be honest. So I usually don't wash my hand-dyed fabrics when I'm done with a project. What I will do if I have a project that I know is going to take me a while, I stitch in hand with a hoop or a Q-snap, and I stitch in my left hand. That's how I hold my fabric, and then I stitch with my right. So what I'll do is I'll wear like a rubber glove or a glove of some sort to keep the oils from my hands off of my fabric if it's going to be a piece I know that's going to take me a long time. Otherwise, I tend to wash my hands quite frequently, so I just try to keep my hands as clean as possible. And then when I am finished with a piece that I've stitched on my hand-dyed fabric, I just spritz it with a little bit of water that I have in a water bottle, and then I iron it like you would any normal piece. So that's all I do. Like I said, I don't trust my skill yet when it comes to dyeing fabric to treat them as color fast. So that's all I do. I'm sure I know that the ones that do professional dyeing know what they're doing, and I trust if they say it's color fast, it's color fast. And they give you directions to wash it in, wash it in cold water before you start stitching on it. So, you know, just follow the directions that they give you. But my personal hand-dyed fabrics, I don't trust that they're color fast. So, okay. So I think that was the only question that I had. Other than that, okay, it's been a busy week, lots of stitching. It's been a much better week for me on a personal level. You know, things have been going pretty good. And then I did have some kind of funny news. I found out that I had an unexpected viewer of my Flosstube. So I'm okay rewatching my Flosstube. I have to in case I need to do any sort of editing. Not that I do a lot of editing because I'm a little technologically challenged, but that's okay. But I have a really hard time if like my husband watches my Flosstube in the same room as me. I can't watch somebody watch my Flosstube. So I didn't think my husband watched my Flosstube. Come to find out, he does. He watches it while he's at work. I had no idea. And so he was teasing me that he watches it to keep track of all of the goodies and stuff that I get. So then that way he knows how much he gets to spend on his hobbies. So I guess we're going to have to tone down the haul portion. No, I'm just teasing. He knows what I get. It's fine. So to spare him from having to, you know, watch the entire video, I'm just going to do the goodie portion right now and get it out of the way because it's not a lot. I did go ahead and get a digital subscription to Just Cross Stitch magazine. Yay, so now I don't have to hunt it down anymore. I love it. I'm really happy with it. And then, the only other thing I got, excuse my reach, I got my first monthly club that I've ever joined. I've never joined a monthly club for anything before, but I got my first Floss of the Month from Color and Cotton. I know there's been other videos, you guys have seen these, but I love them. They are just gorgeous. Whoops. And they fly. No, I'm just teasing. They're gorgeous. Oh, I can't wait to start. I can't wait to stitch with these. And I'm seriously like, is it November yet? Is it? Are we ready for the next month? Because I want my next month already. So, yay, I love these. So, that was pretty much it. I have one more thing to show you guys, but I'm going to wait till the end for that. My husband fully knows about that because I had to show it to him to ask him, can I do this? Do you think I can do this? And can you help me do this? So, he knows. So anyway, on to stitching. As you can tell, today is going to be a little bit different than my normal run-of-the-mill agenda of my videos. This past weekend, I went ahead and did something totally crazy. I did my stitching marathon this weekend on Saturday and Sunday, so October 21st and October 22nd. And the reason that I wanted to do that is I wanted to try a different stitchy style. As you all know, I have multiple whips going. I'm not a single project stitcher, but I normally only work on one project a day. And I wanted to see if I was comfortable working on multiple projects in a day. Because I thought, hey, if I can maybe work on 2 or 3 projects in a day, maybe I'll get things done faster. So I wanted to try, and I thought I'd go, you know, hey, if we're going to try it, let's just jump off the deep end and do a whole marathon. Why not? So I started on Saturday, and what I did is I stitched for an hour on each piece. And I set a timer for myself so then that way I could pause if I needed to take a break, you know, to take care of the dog, or if my son needed me for something, or if my husband, you know, if life interrupted, I could pause and then I could come back, restart the timer, and each piece got exactly an hour worth of stitchy time. So on Saturday, I started at 10:22 in the morning, and I managed to work on 6 pieces. 3 were whips and 3 were new starts, because why not? Let's throw in some new starts. So I will show you guys real quick the progress that I did. So this was Saturday. So of course, the hardest part was picking out which project do I start with first. Well, you know I love Cackle. So Cackle won, and that's the one that I started with. And not a ton of progress, but some. I think I finished off the D in and, added in the W, and just did some more of the orange block. But this one is taking me a little bit because, like I said, I am still new to even weave, so it's kind of slow progress. But it is progress, so that's good. Okay, so then I went ahead and pulled out a piece that I'm doing for my husband. Hold on, I got stuff everywhere. I gotta figure out where am I gonna put stuff. So my husband asked me to do this one for him. It is the Gadsden Flag. It is by White Willow Stitching. And this piece shows how much I love my husband. If you guys saw my first video, I mentioned that. But I do not like the color yellow. I don't mind a pale yellow. This is not a pale yellow. And I am terrified of snakes. But I am stitching a snake because I love my husband. So that is how much that I have done. Okay. And this weekend I basically worked, if I can tell, yeah. I worked over in this area here. Okay. So I want you guys to look at this because I need your assistance, okay? I made a counting error. Over in here, I'm not going to tell you guys where, because I want to see if you're just looking at it, can you tell that I made an error? Now, to me, because I know where the error is, it's like a neon sign saying, "Ooh, mistake, mistake." But I just want to see, to somebody that doesn't know the pattern, can you tell that there's a mistake there? Okay? So let me know in the comments if you can tell where I made an error. It is over in this section. Okay, that's what I worked on. So that would be a huge help. And I worked on this both Saturday and Sunday. I gave it, so this one received 2 hours worth of stitching. Because, like I said, my husband really does want this piece to be hanging up soon. So I'm trying to get it done. So, Okay, so the next one I pulled out was, this was actually a piece that I started for the Olympic stitching stitch along that was on Stitch Mania. And it's from the 2016 Halloween issue of Just Cross Stitch. And it is the, hold on, it's the Halloween typography. Okay, so now when I started this one for the marathon, I had everything from Halloween down finished. So I started on the Happy. And I don't know, those letters took me forever for some reason. I don't know. I think maybe my thread knotted, or I don't know. I should have gotten more done. But an hour goes by really fast. I swear. I thought an hour was like a ton of time to work, but no, it went by really, really fast. But yeah, I really like this piece. I really do. I need to put some more time into this one. Okay, so then we get into the new starts that I started on Saturday. And this first one, I blame Bendy Stitchy, Michelle Garrett, because she's been working on this one. This is The Town of Halloween by the Primitive Hare. And I love this piece. So I had to pull it out because she's been working on it. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I want to work on it too. So I made a tiny start. So there is my start. Now, this one is not a called for thread. This is a green that I hand dyed myself. And it's going to get ripped out because it's just not dark enough. See, from far away, you can't even tell it's there. So I'm going to do a different color. But I'm going to change this up just a touch, not a lot. I just got some ideas of things that I want to do. But I really, really like this one. So, yeah, I'm excited about that one. Because I need more Halloween. I do. Okay. Alright, so the next new start, I decided I wanted to try and do some winter stitching. Not necessarily Christmas stitching. I would like to do some winter type things that I can leave up for longer, you know, for after Christmas. I mean, heck, up here you could start putting out, you know, winter stuff in like September, and you can leave it out till May, I guess. But some winters, that's what it feels like. So I started with this one. It's Do You See What I See? And it's by Primitive Stitchin'. And these are all black and white because I just haven't gotten around to getting a color printer cartridge, and my color is like really, really low. So I've just been printing everything in black and white. Okay, and the model is stitched on like a coffee or tea dyed linen or even weave. But I decided to try and do it on this blue. And so this was my start, and then, hold on, okay. Fingers work, there. So there is my start on the little deer. Like I said, I decided to do this on the blue. I think it'll look really pretty. I think it'll look really pretty on this blue. At least I hope so. The color so far, the deer color is really popping out really nice. So hopefully the rest of the floss colors look just as nice. Sorry, I keep looking over because I'm trying to make sure that I have everything together. Okay, and then my last new start is a fall kind of one. This is called Pumpkins for Sale. It's by Sub Rosa Designs on Etsy. And yeah, it's black and white. So, and this one called for pretty much all, well, actually it is all hand-dyed threads. It's all Weeks or Color Classic Works, and or Classic Color Works. Wow, sorry. Brain not firing today, and I don't have any of those colors. I'm really slow to the whole hand-dyed floss thing. So I did substitute it for DMC, and then I did add in a few of my own colors. This green is a color in cotton. It's called Eat Your Greens. So very small start. Again, this is even weave that I hand dyed myself. This was the piece, and if you watched my last video, that I couldn't remember why I had hand dyed it this color. I thought I was hand dyeing it for a project. I'm pretty sure it was for this one. It is now. I'm pretty sure this was a project that I had dyed it for, though. So, pretty small start. Like I said, I'm still really new to even weave, so the counting kind of throws me. And this one, until you get into this part, you know, there's a lot of room for error there. So I'm trying to be extra careful. Okay, so that was Saturday. So then we went into Sunday, and I started at 10:15 in the morning. And the first project I worked on was the Gadsden flag, which I already showed you guys. And then I went ahead and I pulled out Red Riding Hood by the Primitive Hair. Ooh, glare. Okay, there we go. So here is what I got done so far. So I added a little, I added to the scarf here, and then I started filling in the wolf. So I really like this one. I forgot how much I like this one. I put it away, and yeah. That's one thing doing this. It was like, oh yeah, that's right. I like that one. I like that one. Why am I not stitching on that one? I don't know, because I got 500 other projects going, but that's okay. So then I pulled out Don't Blink. And I don't have the overall photo, but I'm sure you guys have seen it. It's by the Clouds Factory. And it is the Don't Blink quote from Doctor Who, Season 3, Episode 10. And I am doing this all in the called for DMC and on black fabric. And so I had, before I got back to this one, I had everything up here done. Oh, I'm sorry, I had the word don't. And so I added in, almost finished with the word turn, and then this will say back. And so that's what I added in. And I love how this looks, but I will be honest, stitching on black gives me a little bit of a headache. It's not my favorite thing to do, but it just looks so cool. You know, it really does. I mean, the colors just pop. So we're going to have to power through because I just really like that. Okay. So then we move into the new starts that I did for Saturday, or Sunday. Wow. Sorry. So I went ahead and I started a little snowman. And this is by Carolyn Manning. It is called Bringing Home the Tree. It is from the August 2016 issue of Just Cross Stitch magazine. And I think this is the right way. Yep, there we go. There is my little start on my snowman. And there's actually two colors in here. There's a white, and then there's 762, which is like a really, really, really light blue. But I don't think the light blue is picking up very well. I don't know if it's my fabric. Maybe I shouldn't have picked a blue fabric. I don't know. I just really liked this fabric, and I thought it would work well with the white of the snowman, which that looks really nice. So I'm hoping that the back stitching will, help break up and make it apparent where the arm and stuff is. So. Okay, next one I started, and I don't have the overall picture. Thought I had printed it, but I did not. It's called White Christmas, and it is from the 2015 Christmas Ornament issue of Just Cross Stitch magazine. Okay, so here's my start, and it is, as you can probably tell, it's a big deer. Okay, so it'll be a big deer, and he's got presents on his back, and there's a little ornament hanging off his antler. But there's my start. And so this one is supposed to be stitched on white fabric because it's called White Christmas, and so it's supposed to be kind of a lighter, color. But I just really like this coffee dyed fabric, so why not? Why not? I dyed it, I might as well use it, right? Okay, and then the last new start that I did is called Bowl of Pumpkins, and this is by Sub Rosa Designs. And you probably can't see, I don't know if you can see the pumpkins, you can see the outline. I know, black and white. But, okay, so I started with a pumpkin. This is 18 count fabric, so I'm stitching this with one strand of thread. And yep, I like this one. So now all of the pumpkins are supposed to be one color, but I think I'm going to do a couple different colors of pumpkins just because I want to. So yeah, I like this one. And so this will be a good fall piece to hang up. So, okay, so that's what I worked on for my stitching marathon. So I think I did pretty good. It was a success in terms of I got to work on a lot of stuff. It is not something that I'm going to do often. May never do it again. I don't know. My hands really hurt after doing that much stitching. And I felt a little rushed with the timer, you know. I didn't care for it. So I don't think I'll be doing it, you know, like I said, I probably won't be doing it again. I mean, you know, if I do, it's not going to be something that I'm going to do often. As for stitching on multiple projects in a day, I don't know. I kind of, once I pull out a project, I like to kind of just stick with it unless I finish it, you know, and then I go on to something else. So I don't, it was a fun experiment. I don't think it's going to work for me. But you never know. Okay, so on to other stuff that I did. I did FFO a couple things. So these are finishes that I did last year. The projects are finishes that I finished the stitching last year. Finally got them framed this year. So this is a cute little pumpkin cupcake. This is by Pinoy Stitch. I don't know if I got this on their Etsy shop, or I'll just link both below because they have their own website too. And then I did go ahead and I wrapped the hoop with embroidery thread to give it a little different look. And I think it's adorable. So there's a whole series of these. I've got to stitch them all because they are so cute. And then I have not stitched a little pillow in a couple of weeks, and you guys know I'm bound and determined to master this. So I stitched this little bat into a little pillow, and this is from the World of Cross Stitching October 2015 issue. The pattern is by Doreen Jones. You know the frustrating part? I can't find that magazine. Clearly I have the magazine, I don't know where I put it. But anyway, so this guy is finished and he's just got a plain old gray back. Not my best stitching job in the whole world, but better. You know, we're getting there. It's cute. I like it, so it's all good. So I swear one of these days I am going to break out my sewing machine. I have found some really cute tutorials on YouTube of different things, and I'm like, I've got to learn how to do this because there's just too many cute things out there that I want to try and stitch. Okay, so then I did work on a few other whips on other days that I did not put into my stitching marathon. Okay, so the first one, boy, I hope that makes sense. Now that I hear that out loud, I hope it makes sense to you guys. But okay, because I don't know if it makes sense to me. But anyway, I worked on Autumn by the Queen Bee Handmade, and I did this for the hashtag Witchy Wednesdays, or Witchy Wednesday XS, and that's from Priscilla and Chelsea. So, so I finished this whole side, except there's a little bit of the vine up here. And then I started in on her house back here. And I used a different, my other hand-dyed orange for one of the smaller pumpkins. And seriously, I could just stare at this all day. I love this piece. It's so cool. I love it. And I've got a really cute, I have a Clark Griswold idea of how I want to do the clothesline. Because it's just charted as this green, you know, and just stitched across here like a back stitch. And I don't know, I think I could do something cooler. I think. We'll see. But I love this one. So I don't know if I'm going to have this one done by Halloween, but I kind of hope so, because I think I know how I want to finish it. And I just love it. It's fun to work on. So then the next one I worked on was Mini Midnight Manor. I don't have the overall picture, again, sorry. But here it is. So we finally added the upstairs. and the roof from the last time that you guys saw this. So it's coming together. And I really, really like it. I love how the hand-dyed floss is actually the variegation that it's giving me. I think it's just really cool. So, I don't want to put away all the Halloween stitching. I don't think I'm going to be able to. I'm going to have to keep stitching Halloween. Okay, and then now this one I pulled out. I blame Abby from Top Knot Stitcher because she showed it on her last video, so I had to pull it back out. And that is the Moon Phases from oh geez, The Little Stitcher. You would think by now I would know the name of the shop. Anyway, so I'm working on this one right here, the one with the light. Okay, so I finished her. I finally finished her. She's just got some little open spaces where her beads are going to go. But her square, aside from doing this part of the border, is complete. So now I'm debating. I like her. I really do like her. I've been debating about possibly using like a bluish tea to tea dye this before I put the beads on here, because I don't know if the white is showing up really well. I don't know. I'm just debating. I may say you know, again, I get these ideas in my head and I really need to think them through. But yeah, so that one's coming along. And that is, if you want to work on this one with us, it is hashtag Moon Phases, SAL, on Instagram. We're doing a little stitch along with this. So if you guys want to join us and work on it, I know I'm planning on doing both patterns, so it's going to be a very long running stitch along. So, okay. Then the last one that I pulled out is by Barbara Ann Designs, and this is Witch House. I have been trying to get this one done before Halloween, because I think, again, I'm pretty sure I know how I'm going to finish this one. So here we go. So I have one whole room complete, and we've got pretty much all of the upper part here is done, and I just added in the upper roof and this little deck part, and then there's another plant here. But so we're getting there. And then I did notice that the little fireplace here, it's the wrong color. Apparently I can't read the symbols. I don't know. I can't tell the difference between an X and a plus sign. I don't know. But I'm leaving it. I think it looks good anyway, so it's going to stay like that. So yeah, I'm hoping a couple more days and this one will be done. But I have to be honest, now that I've pulled out all of my projects and I'm looking at autumn, that's the one I want to work on. I'm going to try and fight that because I want to finish that. Okay. So one last thing that I purchased that I haven't showed you guys. And like I said, I had to take my husband with me so he could look at this because he's going to have to help me put it together. Okay. So I found this at Walmart the other day. And I'm like, okay, I know I can do something with this. So, and, oh, this is the front. There we go. Okay, and you can hang it like this if you want. I kind of want to hang mine like this. So I saw this and I'm like, okay, I know I can do something cool with this. So what I decided to do is I decided to map out a Christmas, well, winter, okay, not so much Christmas, more of a winter themed piece. And I found 6 different snowman type, foresty type projects. And most of them are from the Just Cross Stitch Ornament issues. And I do have one of the Lizzie Kate Tiny Tidings in here as well. So like I said, I mapped them out. And then I went ahead and I coffee dyed wow, some fabric last night. So just so you guys can get a general kind of idea. And then it'll have, you know, the little motif. I think that's going to be really cute. I think. So I still have to go through and I haven't measured them yet. You know how the insides. So I'm going to have to measure them and see if the motifs that I picked out are going to work or not. So I'm not 100% sure. But yeah, I think it's going to be really, really cute. And it's going to be something different, you know. And then, of course, you know, I could put, you know, decoration, you know, bow or something on top if I wanted to. So like I said, I'm trying to stick with more of a winter theme with a piece like this, just because I would want to leave it out for longer than Christmas. So yeah, so this is going to be kind of my upcoming plan, is to work on this and get these little motifs stitched so that they can get put in here. And my husband already went through and found, he bought the little tacks and stuff to put the pieces in there. And oh yeah, I have a good one. He supports my crazy ideas. So that's kind of my upcoming plan. I think that's what I'm going to be trying to work on, even though I can't guarantee that I'm going to put the Halloween away once Halloween is done, just because I'm enjoying working on it. Yep, 31 minutes, that's all that my phone is going to give me. So anyway, as I was saying, for my upcoming plans, this is going to kind of be my new focus, but I'm going to be hard-pressed to give up my Halloween stitching because I just love it. Can't help it, I love the Halloween patterns. So other than that, I just wanted to show you guys real quick. I had mentioned in a previous Flosstube that I was going to start trying to do some scissor fobs. And I have started making some. I just think they've turned out really cool. They're kind of neat, something different. Another little crafty way, you know, something else crafty to do. Here's the other batch that I made. I think they're going to go up in my Etsy shop. I'm not sure yet. I think so. So, anyway. Yeah, so like I said, just something else crafty to do. Ooh, and they make a lot of noise. I have a lot of beads, so it's kind of been a fun way to use up my beads. And I actually really do like my scissor fob. Well, I made myself another one too. So I've got a couple. One was made for me as a gift. And then, like I said, I just made myself another one. And they actually come in really handy because my table ends up getting cluttered from the rest of my family putting all their stuff on there. So having that nice scissor fob, I can find my scissors right away. So that's really nice. So that's what I have been up to. So I just want to say a huge thank you once again to everyone that takes the time to watch my videos, that subscribes to my channels, that comments and gives me thumbs up. You guys are amazing. So I hope everyone out there has an awesome, fantastic, wonderful week and weekend full of tons of stitching and crafting and, you know, lots of good stuff. And I will see you guys again in, you know, another 7 to 10 days. Bye, everybody.